This is the headline. Just 50 migrants a week are to be returned to France after Keir Starmer's much-touted deal with Macron. His state visit continues. Leaked plans reveal how many migrants will be returned to France under a new deal. 50. Let's get a word with former MEP England Kerr, who on how effective this deterrent is likely to be. Andrew, good afternoon to you. I don't know whether to laugh or cry, to be honest. I mean, it almost deserves, frankly, it deserves no analysis at all. This is clearly ridiculous and bonkers. Good afternoon.
I wholeheartedly agree with you, Ian, and thank you very much for the invite. I mean, if you look at it, that means 2,600 will be returned annually. Well, we've had over 44,000 since Labour have come in, let alone the ones already here. It's totally and utterly ridiculous. Yeah. Personally, I would never have invited that person here, who's made it no secret he wanted to harm Britain after the Brexit vote. But I think if you want a practical way forward, is really we are in a crisis without a shadow of doubt. You only have to look at even Northern Ireland. Is it now? Are we now at the stage, or are we going to shortly that we're going to have to declare a national crisis, which may well be the case soon?
It might be, yes. I mean, it's that severe, right?
It is, without a shadow of doubt. We just cannot. It's causing so much unrest, and so I think if it was me, I think I would do a multiple approach to try and get this. Number one, leave the European Convention of Human Rights, which has been badly abused and not fit for purpose now. It's only assisting criminals, not the honest and decent people, and defies common sense. I'd also stop any more legal aid being given to lawyers helping these illegal immigrants, because the vast majority of British citizens can't get legal aid. Yep. So why should we give it to illegal criminals and the fat lawyers? I'd stop them having any benefits. I'd also say, number one, also that no one would have their asylum application processed if they've entered the UK illegally and through a safe country. That would put the real thing. I'd also probably get the Navy to say to start turning around boats and stopping them coming into our waters. And that's a multiple approach, because we cannot continue to have this going. And I think Starmer, it's a minute but little step, and it probably is worse than doing nothing, because it will give the incentive that he doesn't have to do anything more for a while.
You do have to wonder, Andrew, though, don't you? And there's no big reveal in me saying this, because lots of us have thought of it for a long time. But there's no political will here, is there? That's the biggest problem. No. Certainly not. I don't think there's much with Rishi Sunak, to be honest, but there's certainly zero with Keir Starmer. It's not really in their DNA. It's not. They don't feel it. They don't get this one. It's not part of their political terrain.
Well, let's see what is going to be the consequence if it carries on. I should think, and I may well be wrong, and I'll hold up my hands if I do get it wrong, but this will be probably the biggest next election decision that people will make about the illegal immigrant if they haven't sorted it. And there is a big fear, I think, among that if Labour go down really badly, as the polls would indicate, you're going to have a mass influx of people that might involve some extremists come into Parliament, and they will bring in policies that may also cause disorder. So I think it's in the interests of Labour MPs and the Labour Party especially, the writing's on the wall. If you don't do it, you're going to probably lose your job and have people in Parliament that you probably really don't want in.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong, but maybe not. But we're starting to see it in Northern Ireland. The real deep resentment, and it's coming. And let's not get there to that horrible situation. Sure. Let's take the proper steps now to protect this country and law-abiding citizens. And the idea that promoting and rewarding illegal criminals by giving them free accommodation in hotels with all the NHS backup that other normal citizens can't get is galling, and it's not right. And I think the groundswell of the British public is increasing, of deep resentment over this. And Keir Starmer needs to really wake up, smell the coffee.
He certainly does. Andrew, thank you very much indeed for being on with us. Andrew England Kerr, his former MEP, of course,